with the Dean, Mike Choma, Ken Wood upstairs. This is Mike Pavlik greeting you from Highlands for the home opener 2018, Dean, as the Rams enter this game on a 2-game losing streak. But the good news last week was we saw the Johnny Christ show.
Yeah, Mike, we had the leading wide receiver in the WPL for that night and now number 1 overall. The interesting thing is that Seth Cohen is the 8th best quarterback in the WPL. This tells us 2 things. One, Johnny's going to have a lot of attention tonight. The other thing is that he's going to get double covered. That means single cover somebody else. If you do the math, Johnny has 334 yards receiving. Seth has 471 passing. That means only 137 yards for the others. The big question tonight, Mike, who will step up? I'm going to give you somebody I think is DJ Love, that I expect to have a big game tonight.
Yeah, that's a possibility. DJ comes into tonight with 6 catches. He's our second leading receiver. Blackhawks the only 2-0 team in 4A, Dean. How good are they?
Well, Mike, very good. They're doing it on the ground. They have 2-back attack. They feature Kenny Gawley and Josh Butcher, the fullback and running back. Blackhawk rushes 41 times a game, Mike, so it's on the ground a lot. 252 yards they average. Here's the problem, Mike. We're giving up 265 yards a game, so something's got to give. 3 important things tonight. Dan Timmons is back, Ethan Jones is back, and Chris Dombrowski did a nice job last week filling in. So hopefully, I think it starts up front. If we can slow them down up front, we have a chance.
Well, the thing that killed Highlands last week was Keystone Oaks ran 73 offensive plays. No wonder the kids were so tired in the fourth quarter. You got to get off the field somehow, and I think penalties are the story we'll talk about later too. Coaches in this game: Dom Girardi on the Highlands side, Zach Hayward, young Zach Hayward, not even 30 on the other side, both former quarterbacks.
Yeah, Mike, I talked to Zach before the game. He remembers our game back in 2008 when he was actually the quarterback, our playoff game, in an undefeated team. And his thing was, he said, we had to get on the board before Sinclair did. So he remembered Jeff Sinclair. But again, they're both offensive coaches. Again, I think Dom's doing it through the air. They're doing it on the ground. So 49-42 last week. Any prediction this week?
I'm not saying anything. I just say hold on to your hats and take the over. Blackhawk has won the toss. They've elected to receive. They'll take the football and move right to left here in the first quarter. Many companies can give you car insurance quotes, but only Nationwide backs it up with dedicated licensed professionals and superior claim service. Mel and John at the Boucher Agency want to make insuring your new teen driver a stress-free experience, or as stress-free as it can get, I guess. Make sure to ask about Nationwide's young driver discount when you compare. No one beats Boucher's rates for young drivers. Call your hometown Nationwide agents, John and Mel. That's 724-224-4300. And they'll help you choose the coverage that's right for your family. They have evening and Saturday hours for your convenience. Remember, in the AK Valley, the Bouchers and Nationwide are on your side. And a chance to remind you, as J.C. Bowser has it teed up at the 40, that the opening kickoff is brought to you by Mason Elite Hoops at the Pittsburgh Mills Mall. Basketball training for 3rd graders through varsity and beyond. You can find them on Instagram at Micah Mason 22.
And Mike, last year in this game, Highlands beat them 49-12 up at Geneva College. Romello Freeman had 4 touchdowns receiving, return an interception for a touchdown. This is a different team, though. Zach Hayward putting the ball on the ground versus the air, so it'll be interesting to see how we handle. They won the toss. They wanted the ball first. I think they want to show their superiority. Hopefully we have a little surprise with them with new guys on that defensive line.
Kenny Gawley, Marcus Watson-Trent, and Carmen Campagna, the 3 deep men for the Cougars, dressed in the whites. Highlands in their beautiful new home gold with the brown helmets and the brown numbers. J.C. Bowser approaches it, and the home season is underway. This one's on the ground, and it gets
That's a free ball, Mike.
Gawley, he has to go back to the 3-yard line. Radishak chasing him. Still chasing him to the sideline. Gawley turns the corner and is thrown out of bounds at the 12-yard line. Gillette was over there too, but that play was made by Gawley not catching it originally.
Yep, Gillette and Isaiah Coleman down there. The Golden Rams. And on defense, Mike, Ethan Jones gets a start at left end. Joaquin Roman is your left tackle, 52. Number 50, Jeremiah Nelson is the right tackle, 59, Max West on the right end. Linebacker, 33, Noah Gillette, 44, Cameron Taylor. And the left linebacker is number 8, Elijah Fondrick. Corners, Johnny Christ, 26, Brandon Jocham, 28. Safeties, Radishak, number 2, Holly, number 4. Brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting. They got you covered.
Chance Liptak, the senior quarterback, number 15. The turn, he's got it. Sprints out to the left.
Open.
He's going to throw it, and it's wide open. And here come the Cougars, and this is James Damo down the sidelines, and he's all the way to the 50-yard line. Number 26, the junior, James Damo. But we have a flag down in front of the Blackhawk bench. That could be a get-back warning where that one is. We saw a couple of those last week.
See what they're going to call him, right? They're calling it back, Mike. They're calling the play
They're
back.
calling it back. So let's see.
It's like illegal formation, Mike.
The referee tonight is Randy Sylvester, and we start out with a penalty. Go figure.
Yeah, we've been bugged by penalties
It's a
all year
formation
on both
foul.
sides.
Highlands is averaging 10 penalties a game. Opponents are averaging 12 in the first 2 weeks.
You mentioned their quarterback, Mike, is number 15, Chance Liptak. The running back, number 2, Kenny Gawley. Fullback, 38, Josh Butcher. We mentioned him in the pregame. Wide receivers, number 5, Cameron Campagna. And number 3, Noah Imler. We'll get to the offense line after this play.
First and 15 for the Cougars at the 8-yard line. Rams have them pinned. And the turn and the give, and running through there is the fullback. And that's Butcher. And he gets up over the 10 to the 12 to the 13-yard line. Down there for the Rams was Joaquin Roman.
Mike, their offensive line, number 76 is Caleb Fraser. 51 is left guard Austin Nicely. Center is 56 Tyler Summers. Right guard 55th Khalil Davidson. And at right tackle, Mike, they have a substitute number 72 Jordan Ray for the injured Dylan Kirkpatrick. Tight end number 13 Dylan Hildebrand. Mike, they have a Hildebrand too.
Turn and a give, and this is Butcher again, and Gillette is waiting for him as he gets into the line. Also down there for the Rams is Nathan Riddell, number 68. It'll be up to the 15-yard line, a gain of a couple, and it'll bring up a third down and long for Blackhawk.
They went to there on the first play, Mike, to fool us. They're not going to fool us this time. We expect to see this ball in the air.
Starting lineups brought to you by Dan Timmons Painting. For all your commercial and industrial paintings needs, they got you covered. Call Dan Timmons Painting in Natrona Heights, 724-224-2851. Remember, to beautify and protect, Dan Timmons Painting, they got you covered.
Big third down here, Mike. Get the ball early.
3rd and 8.
Oh, we
Rams
move.
jump this
They
time.
move, we move. Let's see.
I saw Cam Taylor jump over, but this is against Blackhawk, a 5-yard penalty, so those continue. It'll be 3rd and 13 for the Cougars. Again, Blackhawks' 2 wins have come against teams that are 0-4. It's their first 2-0 start since 2011. They haven't been 3-0 since 2008. You remember that year? Zach Hayward does.
Yep,
That's the year they beat Highlands in the playoffs.
That's right.
But the 2 teams they've beaten are 0-4, and they haven't made the playoffs since 2012 either. It's been a bit of a dry spell since Joe Hamilton retired.
You mentioned referee Randy Sylvester. The umpire is John Spencer. Head linesman Seth Miller. We'll get the other ones after this play.
3rd and 13 at the 10-yard line.
They've been very popular.
Liptak out of the shotgun. He's back. He looks. He fires it. It's into and out of the hands of Kenny Gawley at the 20-yard line. Covered by Seth Cohen, and the punt team is on the field.
I think he'll be like the nickelback, Mike. Seth Cohen will be going in during passing situations. Line judge Charlie Camp. Field judge is Brian Barney. And the side judge is Ryan Beagle.
4th down, 13.
In deep, Mike. Good job by the defense that time. They started out good last week, if you remember. Held them the first 2 times. Then things fell apart in the second half. 73 plays. Yikes.
Caleb Radishak and Isaiah Coleman standing for Highlands at the 49. And here's the punt, and it's a short one. You get out of the way of that. Poison. Rams are going to have great field position at the Blackhawk 33-yard line.
Their kicker is Ethan Braha, Mike, and that was not a very good one by him. So the Golden Rams get great field position to go on offense. It's nice to see number 75 in at left tackle. Danny Timmons, again, his grandfather sponsoring the starting lineups. Left guard is 59, Max Weston. Center is 53, Darren Hildebrand. Right guard 50, Jeremiah Nelson. Right tackle 52, Joaquin Roman. Tight ends number 8, Elijah Fondrick. Seth Cohen at quarterback number 14.
We'll see your Hildebrand and raise you a Hildebrand. From the pistol, give it to Cam Taylor through there. Barreling through people and bowling balls his way down to the 28.5-yard line.
Hey, Mike, Gabe Booker not dressed tonight, so he will not be in the lineup. They're going to use Noah Gillette more in the running back position. I think it's a good idea, Mike. He's a great blocker, especially on passing situations. So So he'll be featured as the running back when they go one back to number 33, Noah Gillette. Wide receivers, what a week for Johnny Price, number 26.
300.
Number 10, Dylan DJ Loveland at the other wide.
They're on the near side of the field. Radishak split to the left. Gillette the wing back. And it's going to be on the Rams for moving up too quickly, I believe. And the penalty flags start to fly again here early. Something the Rams really need to clean up.
Like 120 yards per game they're averaging. When I said the referees are most popular, this means they're been featured a lot. Too much, in fact.
2nd and 11. They call the Rams offside, which means they might have lined up that way. 2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line. 8:50 left first quarter. There is no score. That's an unusual thing to say in Highlands games. I think this is the longest we've gone without a score so far this year. Cohen is back. Going to dump it out here to Gillette, who has it and takes it out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Covered over there by James Damo, number 26. But the gain is of at least the penalty yardage back. First catch for Noah this year.
And Mike, they go with 7 two-way starters on defense.
3rd and 7.
Left end 72, Jordan Wright. Left tackle 76, Khalil Fraser. Right tackle 32, Vincent Girardi. And number 56, right end Tyler Summers.
4-down territory, obviously. Give it to Taylor, barrels his way through.
He'll be close.
He gets to the 25. He'll be about 3 yards short, but they'll go for it on 4th down. I think that play told you they were going for it on 4th regardless. The gain is of 4 to the 25. It's 4th and 3.
Blackhawk plays a 4-3-4. Mike, the linebackers are 13 Hildebrand, 54 Davison, 8 Hecatron. Left corner 5, Cameron Campagna. 3 is the safety, Noah Imler. 23 other safety, Watson Trent. And number 6, Busetti, Sam, is the right cornerback. They're going to be tested.
Highlands 1 for 4 on 4th down this year. Short drop by Cohen. He's got Gillette over the middle. Gillette to the 15 and breaks it down to the 11-yard line. It's 1st down Highlands. Holding on for dear life is number 6, Sam Busetti, the right corner. Saved the touchdown, but it's 1st down for the Rams.
No, wide open on that play, Mike.
This is something a little different out of Highlands, finding Noah Gillette slipping out of the backfield. 14 yards.
And many times, Mike, we talk about not showing you everything in the first 2 games that are non-conference.
Right.
That's something new right there.
1st down Highlands at the 11 to give us to Taylor. They have a hold of him. He barrels through inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line.
That's the Cameron Tedder we want to see, Mike. He was stopped at the original line of scrimmage, but got that forward progress, picked up 4 on the play.
Cale Davidson and Ryan Heckathorn in there to make the stop on Cam. He's getting 4 every carry.
Yeah. We'll take that.
2nd and 6. Now we have a whistle. What do we have? We have a timeout. We have something here on the Highlands sideline, and our referee is coming over to talk to Tom Girardi here.
Clock issue, Mike.
Maybe there was a problem with the play clock?
Start the play clock!
Start the play clock.
Play clock wasn't working, so see if Tom can fix that. Sometimes you hit the button and it doesn't work, you know. There we go. So we're back at it. Second down, 6. Taylor again.
Nice
Taylor
hole.
cuts it 5. Right side.
Arrow,
down to the goal line and in for a touchdown. Cam Taylor puts the Rams on top.
Conference play. Cam Taylor's come to play here tonight, Mike. Northern 8. Our first touchdown in conference this year. 8-yard run for Cam Taylor.
And the Rams march at 32 yards off that bad Blackhawk punt.
Special teams, Mike.
Yeah, there's only, as a matter of fact, they're missing more than somebody.
They're gonna take up.
And now the play clock, no, the play clock didn't run out. The Rams only had 10 players on the field in the formation.
But aren't you allowed to fix that before they throw the flag?
Unless they moved. So I believe that's what happened.
Yep. 24 Chiron Long, late to get on the field, Mike.
So J.C. Bowser, who had one blocked last week, 6 out of 7 so far this year. And this one's on its way, and it's good. As Cohen puts it down, and Bowser got it through there, and the Rams lead it 7-0 at 6:58 left first quarter.
Great concentration by J.C., Mike, because they busted through that line. I thought they got a hand on it, but she got it over. Gives us a chance to talk to you about Ron Gillette. He's a registered contractor certified in PA state inspections and admissions. Call Gillette today for your towing, paving, excavating, hauling, demolition, and yes, Mike, we have to say snow removal needs. Ron Gillette Incorporated, fully licensed, insurance, bonded, certified, and owns all their own equipment. And Gillette's are proud to enjoy an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Phones answer 24/7, 365 days a year for emergency services, and as always, it's person to person. Call today at 724-226-1222. Find them on the web at RonGilletteInc.com or Facebook, Ron Gillette Inc. Towing and More. Ron Gillette Inc., the AK Valley leaders in towing and services since 1955.
So the Rams march it 32 yards on 6 plays in 2 minutes and 38 seconds, and they lead it 7-0, just as they did last week. And here's Bowser's kick. It's a pooch
20
to the near side of the field, and this is Gawley. Gawley runs through there up over the 35, breaks a tackle. Here he comes, 40, 45, and dragged down at the 48-yard line. Finally by our center, Darren Hildebrand.
Noah Gillette, Mike, had a lot to do with that drive, too. Caught 2 passes out of the backfield for 19 yards. Seth was 2 for 2 on the drive.
So much better field position for Blackhawk. They start at the 48 where they started at their 13 the first time. I think it can make a big difference. The quarterback, the senior Chance Liptak, 15. And Kenny Gawley went over 100 yards last week in their win against the Knock Knights. They won 48-12. And Marcus Watson-Trent, the reliever, came in for over 100 yards out of the backfield.
Yikes.
First and 10 for the Cougars, and they're going to run a toss to Gawley to the short side. He's hit, spins out of there, gets hit hard. You can hear the pads popping up here as he gets to the Highlands 46-yard line. Gillette, of course, in there again. Johnny Christ came up with help.
Also, Joaquin Roma on play. Mike Birdie picked Highlands 28-21, so we're going to have a lot of ink going here tonight. By the way, congratulations to the Birdie, Mike.
13-0 last week, yeah. Pretty impressive.
Unfortunately, he picked Kiski as the only local team to win, so he was 12-0 against locals.
It was kind of a not good week for the Valley. See if we can turn that around here. Halfway through the first quarter here tonight at the home opener. Highlands leading it 7-0. And a lip tack, and to give it to the fullback, that's Butcher. Barrels his way through to the Highlands 40-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. If they saw the video of last week's game, and you know they did, why would they do anything different? They're just going to line up and come at them until they stop it.
Radishak on the stop, Mike. Kind of remind me of the old Green Bay Packers, Mike. They didn't fool you. They lined up, showed you where it was going.
Ken Wood and I were just talking about Vince Lombardi upstairs. Highlands has allowed rushing this year an average of 265 yards a game. And knocked through and plumbed through it all over the place in the first game. We'll be at Knock next week. Gawley, Butcher, they got him.
Who's got him?
As Seth Cohen comes up from his safety position and put the lick on him at the line of scrimmage. More Seth on defense this week in a conference game.
I thought they'd use him as a nickel back. That was no nickel situation, Mike. He's out there every play now.
The gain is of 1. It's 2nd and 9.
He replaced Deshaun Hawley in the backfield, Mike.
Right, they had moved Joachim the corner where he is,
right,
and Cohen and Radishak are the safeties, and Christ is the other corner. The linebackers remain the same, with Fondrick playing in Brock White's spot. Play action fake. Liptak sprints right. Going to throw it deep. Got a man down there, and it is juggled and incomplete.
Nice job by Joachim, Mike. He just got his hand in there.
He batted it away from James Damo, number 26, who was down there but couldn't secure the football.
Remember, we said in the pregame, this team likes to run it 41 times a game, Mike. I was kind of surprised to see him put it up in that situation. Like you said, if you see the tape, they get gashed for 265 a game. Why do anything but run?
And they have scored, as you said. They beat Central Valley 21-7, which got some people's attention. The Knock game, I don't know. Knock could be down this year. When
I saw the score, I said, this tells more about Blackhawk or Knock. You got to look at those things.
3rd down, 9. could be 4-down territory for Zach Hayward.
Hey, they went.
We got whistles. Let's see. The play clock is down to 0. Let's see if it's a delay. It is.
Yep.
So it'll be 3rd and 14 now for Blackhawk, and that's their 3rd penalty. And here we go. Well, the difference so far, Dean, is these are all small ones. These are all 5-yard variety, not the big personal fouls and unsportsmanlike that have really been plaguing Highlands. Things you can control. You got to control the controllables.
That's the 5th penalty, though. We're only in the first quarter of 4:45 to go. It's just been penalty plague. The pro game last night was the same thing. It was so choppy.
Since the starters barely play in preseason, the first couple of weeks of the NFL season can be really choppy.
They're moving again, Mike.
They did, and they got him.
Yep.
The
wide receiver to the top.
Kenny Gawley, their back, split out to the top, and he moved downfield too quickly, so that's 5 more. And Blackhawks going backwards penalty-wise. 3rd and 19 now.
Not going to argue with them up here.
Well, this is an interesting question, and somebody asked me this week. After you'd seen the Plum game, and then after you watched last week, were you more encouraged after last week or less encouraged?
Oh, definitely more encouraged offensively. Defensively, it was the same story. We couldn't stop anybody, but offensively, yes.
But a lot of the problems that they had on defense, I think, were correctable.
And also, we had personnel that wasn't there first again. Here comes the blitz.
Moved again. Liptak is back, and he fires it down the middle, and it's incomplete. He tried to get Watson Trent down the seam of the zone, but the pass was too far. It's 4th down, and the Cougars will have to punt.
He came from Roman and Max Weston on that play. Mike made him throw a little early.
And here's another thing that could help the defense, getting off the field quickly.
Yes. 73 plays, just way too much. You got that right.
4th and 19.
Isaiah Coleman back with Radishak. Boy, Coleman had a great kick return last week. 70 yards, Mike.
Barawa, the punter, kicks it. This is a good one. Radishak takes it and fumbles it and falls on it smartly at the 20-yard line. Not having Booker back there can be a problem because he was pretty short-handed on those punts. I'm looking at Gabe and Jeans. You never want to see Gabe and Jeans on game night.
No, Mike, it's an ankle, Achilles problem. Hope to work on it. Nothing's torn, but again, just has to rest it. Like Seth Cohen, 16 start. In 3 of those 16 starts, he's thrown 5 or more touchdowns. That's very impressive, Mike. 7 against Newcastle last year on this field, then 5 against this team at Geneva last year, and 5 last week against Keystone Oaks.
You sent the note out on an email about the 7, and I was going to send you back 5. I took my score sheet out. I had to flip it over to find the other 2. Now we have a penalty.
They're surprised.
A 10-yard penalty on Blackhawk. We'll move it 10 more yards forward, and the Rams will start at their 30. So thanks for them on that.
5 penalties now, 30 yards already for
Highlands is not only good at committing penalties, they're good at making the other team commit penalties, it appears here early on. First down at the 30. Out of the pistol, and that's Taylor. And this is Taylor. And Taylor is wrapped up, but he keeps fighting forward. Boy, that's going to be a headache having to tackle him all night. Down there for the Cougars is senior left end Jordan Wright. He's not getting large gobs of yardage here early on, but he's giving headaches.
Yep, he pounds him.
2nd and 9. And you mentioned it about last year's game. Highlands won that game 56-12. Seth Cohen completed 6 passes for 5 touchdowns.
Yikes.
He was 6 for 12 for 305 yards.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Now that's efficient.
Cohen is back, and he's going to throw it deep. He's got Radishak down there.
Yes,
he pulls it in at the Blackhawk 32-yard line.
We said the other receivers got to step up, Mike. That time was Caleb Radishak.
And there were tons of flags in the Highlands backfield. So here we go again. Bring it back.
Oh, boy. Great catch by Caleb, regardless if it stands or not.
That was a really good job of adjusting to the ball, regardless of what the penalty situation is. And now the star of our show, apparently, again, Randy Sylvester. It's holding against the Rams.
They can turn that mic down. All right, we got the all clear with the rain coming this week, and they were testing that.
Didn't we used to have, that was the air raid warning back in the 60s, right?
Yep.
So that puts the ball back on the 17.
I remember, Mike, we used to have the warnings where you would get under your desk and...
Yeah, I missed those, thank goodness. I'm a little bit too young for those.
Put your head between your legs, and I won't finish the rest of it.
2nd and 23.
a
Boy,
pass
that's
time.
more than a 10-yard penalty.
Yep, here's a pass.
Cohen's in
again.
trouble. Cohen fires,
Almost
nearly intercepted at the 20.
Wow, that guy did a great job of juggling it.
Down at the turf by Ryan Heckathorn trying to scoop it up. Tom Stabile letting us know that it's spotted a foul on those holding calls. It's like, it's so in thing now to have a former official on these national games. We've had this for
Tom's been helping us for
18 years. Yeah, so he's 3rd and 23 now. Might be wanting to sneak Chiletto through the middle again. Now the pass is incomplete.
Great defense.
It was, as the pass was fired in there to Loveland, but broken up nicely by Cale Davidson, the middle linebacker, who just put a hand in there and made sure that DJ was separated from the football. It's 4th down.
All right, Mike, here's another area we have to clean things up on. Cam Taylor averaging 28 yards last week at kick. Got to improve that.
25.4 on the season, as long as 33. I'll take 33 right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Cougars are moving some guys in there and if they're interested in maybe coming after this. Good snap. And Taylor puts it high. He just needed to get back home. This is Gawley. Breaks the first tackle. But he's brought down beautifully by Isaiah Coleman at the 40-yard line. He tackled him surely, broke down, and got him to the ground at the 40. But again, good field position, Blackhawk. 3:13 left first quarter. 7-0 Highlands.
Blackhawk goes to work, Mike. This is what they want to do, get good field position. And again, I would say keep it on the ground.
And they need to stop taking penalties. That's been an issue for them here early.
Come out quickly over the ball. Going to try to catch Highlands napping.
First down on the Rams, 40. By the way, I'm a thumbs up on the uniforms.
No problems for you. That's a good
There's Gawley.
Tyron Long
breaks the tackle. Now he gets hit hard as he gets to the 35-yard line. His first time this year for Daniel Timmons.
Tyron Long, Mike, sophomore out there, stepped into the backfield, got a chest full of Gawley, but he went right through him. He's got to make that tackle. When you're in position, Mike, you got to finish.
Kyron wears 24. We'll see where he's in there now. He is playing linebacker spot right now.
He rotated over to the right side this time.
He's coming. 2nd and 6.
Yes, he is.
This is Marcus Trent. Marcus Watson Trent. And he's down to the 31.
Danny looking good so far, Mike.
It's a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Big one, Mike. Again, 4-down territory for sure.
We said Watson Trent spelling Gawley last week also went over 100. We saw him last year, number 23. 3rd down and 1.
He's a lone setback now. Guess it's going that way.
Lip tack, turns, and he gave us to Watson Trent. He's got a first down and more inside the 25 and down to the Highlands 24-yard line. Making the tackle is Caleb Radishak, but not before the Cougars have their second first down of the game.
This is what they do, Mike. Grind it out.
1st and 10 at the Highlands 24.
I remember Zach Hayward. He threw the ball over the field that night against us, right?
Well, Highlands beat them up there the year before.
Right.
And then Joe Hamilton was waiting. The Rams were undefeated, and Blackhawk went to Tynes Field. Gawley is hit by Timmons, and he stand him up. He spins ahead and maybe gets a couple, but Timmons made the play.
Jeremiah Nelson there.
What a game he had last week,
yes,
huh?
First tackle tonight, but he had a dozen last week.
2nd down and 8 for Blackhawk. 1:15 to go first quarter. The Rams on an 8-yard run by Cam Taylor lead at 7-0. Very similar to the way the game was going last week.
Yep.
It was only 13-7 at halftime. Ended up 49-42. This is Butcher. Big hole, and Radishak brings him down, but he's probably about a half-yard short of the first down as he gets to the Highlands 15-yard line.
Third tackle for Radishak. Their favorite down, Mike, 3rd and short.
They converted a 3rd and 1 earlier. There's their first 3rd down conversion of the game. 40 seconds left of the first quarter. They might have a play fake out of one of these eventually. the turn, and the give is to Watson Trent. He stood up. He's got enough for a first down. The Rams were solid on the play, though, with Timmons and Max Weston in there. But that's a first down for Blackhawk. The Rams gave the ground grudgingly, but it's a first down.
Going to get clock to run here. Final 24 seconds, Mike. They really don't have to get a playoff, and they're not going to. They'll let the chains get turned over.
And they're going to pack it up here for the first quarter. The end of the first quarter here at Golden Ram Stadium in the home opener, where the Rams are 11-5 in the previous 16. Your score after one, Highlands 7, Blackhawk nothing.
All right, Mike, let's talk about the Wireless Zone, the largest independent Verizon wireless franchise in America, offering the most popular smartphones, tablets, connected devices, and all the latest accessories with award-winning customer service. Stop in today and see what makes Verizon the world's largest and most reliable network. Wireless Zone has 12 area locations, including 6 in the AK Valley. Ram fans, your Wireless Zone headquarters are in Natrona Heights at the Walmart Plaza, or Pittsburgh Mills next to J.C. Penney across from Victoria's Secret. Call the Natrona Heights office at 724-224-4590, or the Mills at 724-275-1154, or find the Wireless Zone store nearest you by simply visiting wirelesszone.com. Tell them Mike and Mike sent you. Say hello to John Mason for us up there.
Yes, do that while you're there. So it's 7-0 Highlands, but Blackhawk putting a drive together here at the end of the first quarter. This will be the 7th play of the drive that started in good field position at the Highlands 40. Other games tonight in conference. Knock is at Beaver. That'll be our next home game. Beaver will be in here in 2 weeks. South Fayette at Newcastle. That's when I'm interested to see what happens.
Newcastle, Mike, first week Shitter beat them up, had 6 turnovers.
1st and 10 Blackhawk at the Highlands 13, and now we have whistles. This is on Highlands, 5 yards for offside.
No, Mike, they're called delay a game. Oh, no, you're right, Mike. It was offsides. I thought for sure the kid from Blackhawk drew him offside.
I saw the headlinesman run in and do this.
That'll do
That's all
it.
I knew.
That's a bad beat for the Golden Rams, though. It starts them off 1st and 5.
That's 9 penalties combined already. We're nearing our mark of 22 that we get each game. 1st and 5 at the 8. Crabbing motion. And now Liptak sprints out. Liptak fires for the end zone, and that's a Blackhawk touchdown to a wide-open Dylan Hildebrand.
Well, Mike, they bit on the fake, great fake, and Hildebrand converts.
And Blackhawk has scored and are an extra point away from tying up the ball game. Dylan Hildebrand caught it. Carmen Campagna, the holder, and Ethan Parawa is the extra point kicker at the post to our right. Flag is limp right now. No breeze. Good snap, ball down, on away, and it is good. At 11:54 left of the first quarter, Blackhawk has tied the game at 7-7.
Wasted no time there, Mike. Took it right to the Golden Rams. Great play fake that time. That time we had the running back. Unfortunately, he didn't have the ball.
B&J Sports, located at 1605 Freeport Road, Natrona Heights, has been outfitting our local teams and the great sports fans of the AK Valley for more than 45 years. When it comes to all of your sporting goods needs, look no further than B&J Sports. Glenn Mills and his friendly staff provide that personal touch. Customized high school jackets, team uniforms, trophies, plaques, or any kind of sports equipment. You just can't beat the service at B&J Sports. I got this shirt here, by the way. They're open 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 till noon, so stop in today or give Glenn a call at 724-226-2762. 5 decades says it all. B&J Sports.
Braha to kick off for Blackhawk. Mike, you mentioned the conference games. Each week there'll be 2 non-conference games because of the alignment of the schedule. This week we have Montour at Laurel Highlands and Waynesburg at Ambridge. That could be interesting there, Mike. Ambridge been a long time between wins. Could get one tonight.
Barawa ready to kick it off.
Squib.
It's a squib. Oh, it hits Saram on the foot. Now they dive for it. The ball is loose. Both teams say they have it. Blackhawk says they have it. It hit a Ram right in the foot.
And that was...
Highlands has the football.
Great job by number 68.
Nathan Riddell.
Yeah, Nathan Riddell. He almost soccer kicked it to himself, Mike. And they get great field position. Good heads-up play by Nathan.
All's well if you recover the ball.
Yeah, it looked like he kicked it up into his stomach,
Yeah.
and I thought he lost it after that.
So all the Blackhawk players were pointing. I don't know if they were trying to buy it or if they had it at one point. You know, it isn't who has it to start with. Tom can attest to this.
Yeah.
It's who has it when they unpile everybody. First down Rams at the 42 and a 7-7 tie. Looking an awful lot like last week. Of course, the Rams led 13-0 last week.
Yes. High snap.
And whistles and more flags.
Well, now, Mike, we're tied at 30. 5 penalties apiece for 30 yards each. That's 10 penalties so far for 60 yards total. Yikes. But, Mike, here's the thing. You're trying to get 11 high school kids to do something together at the same time. Not that easy. And I'm a basketball coach. I only have to have 5 do it.
So somebody once said, a wise man once said, Jimmy Buffett's amazing. He can get 30,000 drunk people to do fins to the left and fins to the right. I can't get 30 kids on the same page.
There you go.
First and 15 on a 37. And to give us to Taylor. And Taylor burrows his way through there and gets it up to the 39-yard line before he's thrown back.
Well, they didn't change the play, Mike.
Jordan Wright and Cale Davidson. Now, remember Cale Davidson from last year, 54. He was a sophomore in last year's game, junior now, the middle linebacker. He makes an awful lot of tackles.
Yeah, Mike, it was amazing how easily the Golden Rams won last year. If you remember, it was the day after their homecoming dance.
Right, because they had to play on a Saturday up at Geneva.
And you remember who was the DJ that night?
Now Cohen is back. He's going to throw it deep, and Radishak tried to get it, and he couldn't get there. That was the same play they tried before on the back shoulder, but down there defensively for the Cougars was Sam Fusetti, the right corner, number 6, and he knocked it away.
Caleb did a nice job again of adjusting. He just couldn't pull that one in.
Justin Coulter.
DJ Coulter. I said keep him up all night long. What was that song? Lionel Richie, right? All Night Long?
Yes, sir. Buffett does that in concert too. It's tremendous.
You were there this year, huh?
Yeah, he came back. He skipped a year.
All right, big third down play, Mike. Notice we have Noah Gillette in the backfield.
3rd and 13. Still waiting for our first Johnny Kreis appearance.
He can be a threat out of the backfield. Well, you know they're going to be looking for him, too.
And Cohen is back, and he fires in. There's Johnny. First down at the Blackhawk 20 at the 46-yard line.
Oh, we got somebody injured, Mike.
Johnny getting up slowly. He knocked the water over. I think he got wet. He still has the ball in his hands.
How many give him on that play?
11 and 4, 15 yards. He landed right on the water.
We had trouble last at a junior varsity game with the Jeep being there, too. We had our JV quarterback, Elijah Coleman, run into the Jeep. Can you believe that? That don't move.
No, especially when Eddie's in it.
Eddie Tiorsky, he's been with us for a long time, too.
Cohen's going to run it.
Oh, look at the hole there. Yeah, they got him.
All kind of bad things happen there. I think that was a design run. I'm sure that was the play, but at least it looked like it. But the Rams held. Now, interesting decision for Zach Hayward. Do you take the 10? I think you do.
I know one thing. It was the design hold.
Well, rather than get your quarterback killed, it's...
Well, you know, they say you can call holding in every play. The only problem you have is the linemen do such a good job of keeping them engaged, you don't see this. When the lineman gets away, the defensive lineman and the offensive lineman stays engaged. It was obvious that time. You could see it. His hands were extended.
1st and 22 at the 42.
All right, we got 40 yards in penalties. We're winning that one.
Score tied at 7. First conference game for Highlands. Blackhawk 1-0, beating Knock a week ago. Cohen.
That's the time this time.
Is back. Is looking. Going to run it 40, 45,
nice
50.
Job. Great job.
Crazy legs Cohen out of bounds in front of the bench. Flag flies. See what this is all about. After the play, they might have hit him late. We'll see. Set that long run a week ago, the 61-yard touchdown run.
Great.
So he got it to the 45 for 13. Now we'll see what the penalty is. I think it might be a little extra on Blackhawk. It's going to be, and it's going to be a Highlands first down. 15 yards. He'll take it down to the 30.
Johnny was over there making sure the bench realized don't hit my quarterback. He's got that kind of freaking.
I thought you were going to say Johnny was over there being a
Oh my
peacemaker.
God, Cohen's having some trouble there, Mike. Just grabbing his head here.
Probably had his helmet messed up. First down at the 30. Got to get that mouthpiece. Got to be in proper positioning. Short drop over the middle. Caught by Christ. Christ fumbles the football. Blackhawk has it, and here they come from the 20 down the sidelines. This is Carmen Campagna. He's on his way. 30. Gillette chases him and brings him down by the horse collar. And the flags fly, but he saved the touchdown. Christ fumbled it at the 20-yard line, and Campagna brought it all the way back to the Highlands 20. Turnover, a big one.
Yeah, looks like they get the horse collar on Noah Gillette, Mike.
But the most important thing was he saved the touchdown.
Yeah. He's going to put him down at the goal.
But Blackhawk will be at their 10, first down, at the Highlands 10.
How many you give Johnny in that, Mike?
That was a 10-yard reception from the 30 to the 20. So another Highlands penalty. That'll be a 10-yarder because it's going to go half the distance to the 10. First and goal, Blackhawk.
They're roaring back here after trailing 7-0.
The Rams looked like they were going in to take the lead, and now Blackhawk has completely turned the tables. First Highlands turnover of the night. They've turned it over 5 times this year and have only forced 1. They're a -4. First and goal for the Cougars. A chance to really turn momentum. Watson Trent through the middle. He's down to the 2-yard line. Christ got him off his feet before he could get in the end zone.
Mike, was interesting in that play, too. Danny Timmons got to test that surgically repaired ankle. He was in pursuit. Gillette brought him down, but Danny was right there stride for stride. Good to see that because I was worried about him having to run that kind of distance.
Second and goal.
In his first game back.
Mark it just outside the 1. Liptak, the quarterback. Marcus Watson Trent for a Blackhawk touchdown, and they take the lead. So that didn't take long. Blackhawk takes advantage of the opportunity. Turned the turnover into a touchdown. The Rams looked like they were going in to take the lead, and that takes a lot of air out of this stadium.
Can't keep making those mistakes, Mike. Blackhawk made his pay that time.
Ethan Barra in for the extra point. Campagna the holder.
Oh, movement.
Ball is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. At 9:32 left of the first half. And Blackhawk has their first lead of the night. It's the Cougars 14 and the Golden Rams 7. A 2-play, 10-yard drive after Highlands was all the way down to the Blackhawk 20-yard line.
Paid the price, Mike.
That's for certain.
Planet Fitness Heights Plaza in Natrona Heights, your home of the judgment-free zone. Mike, I did not make it there this week at all.
Wow.
I'm on the naughty list. I've golfed 3 times instead. And when it's 95 out and you're golfing, it takes it out of you, trust me. But Planet Fitness is there for you. Guess what, Mike? They got these huge fans, nice and cool. No excuse for me. I apologize. They're a non-intimidating environment. And, Mike, they have a special this week. 25 cents to join, $10 a month. You can't beat it. Open and staffed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Friendly staff's there to help you. Teen 13 to 15, you can join accompanied by an adult 18 or older each time they visit. 16-year-olds can have their own membership. Remember, 25 cents down, $10 a month. You can't beat it. Planet Fitness in the Heights Plaza. Get there today. I'll be there tomorrow. It's going to rain all week.
That's the rumor.
Come up and say hi.
Build the ark.
I'll appreciate the break.
So Barawa kicks off.
Another shorty,
near
Mike.
side of the field. It might
They
go
got
out of bounds, and it does. So the
yep.
Rams will get good field position.
They had good field position last time, Mike. We're taking advantage until that turnover. Last week, Blackhawk wins 48-12 over Knock. Newcastle got off their backs. They beat Montour 17-11. South Fayette back to their old tricks, Mike, 35-7 over Beaver. beat them 43-0, Mike.
Spotted on a 40 to start with, and that's where the Rams will start, 1st and 10.
I had that backwards. Sorry, it was Bell Vernon 43, Amber's nothing.
Trips to the right this time.
That would have been an upset. Bell Vernon number 2 in 4A.
Gillette the single setback. He's the
There we
blocker,
go,
and here
Mike.
comes Cohen firing up through there, up over the 45 to the 46-yard line. Cale Davidson again in there to make the stop, along with help from the linebacker, Dylan Hildebrand.
Seth broke that one for 61 yards.
That was back to the Sam Albert, Jeff Sinclair playbook, where you just ran Sinclair behind a Gillette brother. Now we're riding Cohen behind a Gillette brother.
RPO, Mike, that's a new thing. We were RPOing back in 2008. That's all Jeff did, run pass option.
Cohen is back and he fires. This one's caught at the 50-yard line. Breaking tackles is DJ Loveland for a first down to the 42. And we have timeout and what do we have, an injured player?
I think a helmet came off there.
Yeah, a little equipment issue, but Cohen to Loveland, first down Highlands.
12 yards, Mike?
Let's see, 4 and it's 12, like you said.
Thank you. Trips to the left this time.
From the 42. Cohen is back, has some time. Now he's going to be in trouble, going to sprint out of there. He's at the 45, the 40. Puts his shoulder down. He might be better served to get out of bounds. But his teammates will like that, so that's a tough customer.
Yeah. Now, did they have a slide rule in high school, Mike?
Sure, if you go down, you're down immediately, because remember, you don't have to be touched in high school. So I don't know that it's a rule, but it's the same thing. It works to the same effect.
Well, I think in practice this week, let's work on sliding. We need them out there, that's for sure.
3 carries, 23 yards for Seth Cohen. 2nd and 6 at the 38. Less than 8 to go, first half. Highlands trailing Blackhawk 14-7.
Get the ball to start the second half there, Mike. That'll help.
Now Gillette resets to the left. Trips right again. And Gillette gets the call. Breaks a tackle. To the left side to the 36-yard line. Nice low tackle that time by Sam Fusetti, the corner, to come up there and get Gillette off his feet. But it's going to be 3rd down for the Rams. 3rd and manageable.
Long 3. Holly out now. Wide to the left. Johnny in the slot. Last week, Mike, Johnny was always out wide. Tonight he's been in the slot all night, trying to throw Blackhawks defense off a little bit.
3rd and we'll call it 4.
They wanted a timeout.
Cohen is back and he's going to throw it deep. Down there is Radishak. He's got it.
Penalty.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Let's see what the penalty is.
The coaches wanted to call a timeout, and the coaching box next to us, Mike, and rightfully so. Bring it back. Yikes.
Well, the Rams have had 2 huge plays wiped out by penalties.
Both to Radishak, too, Mike. That is a 50-yard penalty. The 40 yards on a touchdown and the 10 yards going to cost.
No, it wasn't a touchdown. He was down at the 1, but we get your point.
Yes. Well, Mike, make it 3rd and long.
You know, how many of these gut punches can you keep taking? That's the problem. I mean, they're making plays, but shooting themselves in the foot. 3rd and 18. They have to get to the just inside the 33 of Blackhawk. 6:50 to go.
What's the old statement, Mike? They can call holding every play. Well, it looks like they're doing
Looks like they are.
Last week, Mike, remember that you played with Johnny, back-to-back interference calls, and they called the first one, but they wouldn't call the second one. You thought it was more egregious than the first.
Well, there was no doubt. He just got pushed down in the chest. Rams are going to call timeout.
Yep,
Don Girardi wants to talk this over. That's the first Highlands timeout of the first half. 6:33 to go here in the first half of the ball game. The Rams trailing at 14-7. They had the lead 7-0. Defense has played better. The second touchdown drive was only 10 yards. There's no whole lot you can do about that. So,
well, Mike, in top 5 in 4A, we had one change. The team you're looking at tonight, Blackhawk, has moved into the top 5. they replaced Beaver. Nothing else has changed at the top, though. Number 1, Thomas Jefferson. Mentioned number 2 already, Belle Vernon. They're both in the same conference. Then our conference mate, South Fayette, is 3rd. West Mifflin is 4th.
6:33 remaining. The ball will be on the 50.
Well, what do you dial up here, Mike?
How about something like a middle screen for Gillette? You should try to get half of it, you know?
Radishek's had 3 great catches.
He'd be a good guy to do it, too. I mean, you got Radishek on the inside up top.
Problem is none of them have caught it.
Gillette's in there as a fullback, so we'll see.
Here we go again.
Cohen's in trouble, and he's sacked.
Oh.
Now, the first thing you got to do is block somebody. And Cohen had closed up quickly as Chris DeLuca, the senior, number 61, put him down, and the Rams left a punt.
You give credit for a sack on that play. And what looked promising, Mike, has turned into a punt.
You know, a lot of this has looked promising, and it's really, again, how many gut punches can you take? There have been about 3 really big momentum shifters in this game already.
2 of them went their way.
Snap to Taylor. His first kick was 33. This one he's going to get on the ground. You're going to like that. It's going to take a Highlands bounce. Now it just stops dead at the 25. 28-yard punt, no return. Blackhawk has 75 yards in front of them at 5:47 first half, and the Cougars lead by 7.
Hey, Mike, I want to recognize a couple season ticket holders here at Highlands. Linda Hagen and Ed Bender. Mike, they've been season ticket holders. Get this, 51 seasons in a row. Pretty impressive.
That is amazing.
Linda's in section C.
Well, that would be every year, Dean.
Yes. Ed is also in section C, row 8. So say hello to each other. I'm sure they recognize each other after all these years.
Maybe they come together. 1st and 10. They're going to run a toss to Golly. Golly turns the corner and gets it up to the 30. Maybe the 31-yard line. Johnny Christ in there. Gillette, usually. Johnny Christ's helmet popped off, so he's leaving the field.
Seth Cohen also made a tackle.
5-yard gain.
I don't know why they didn't have him last week, Mike. A kid from Keystone Oaks, the running back, helmet came off. Let him stay in the game.
Dower's very good, isn't he?
Yeah, he was very impressive.
Very impressive.
Leading rusher.
Doesn't tire easily either.
Nope.
Either he or the quarterback carried it every play. Those are the only 2 people that ran the ball, and they ran for well over 300. Flip tack to turn, and the give is to Watson Trent. Wades his way through there.
Still going.
The Rams conscientious objectors on that tackle. He gets it out to the 39. It's another Blackhawk first down. 5th first down of the half for the Cougars. It's an 8-yard gain.
Ethan Jones and Jocko on the tackle.
1st and 10 Blackhawk. 4:45 left of the first half.
Fire up there, Keystone!
Liptak threw 3 passes. This would be the 4th. Hasn't completed one yet. Now he has into Highlands territory. Dylan Hildebrand, first down Cougars at the Highlands 44.
Just a little timing pattern, Mike. And he put it right between Cohen and Radishek, where only his receiver can catch it. That's a well-thrown ball.
17-yard pickup.
Just joining us, Highlands jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Blackhawks answer with 2. Second quarter touchdown to take the lead 14-7. 4 minutes to go here in the second.
This is a crucial drive right now. They have to stop them.
And guess what?
This is Watson Trent barreling through there into the Highlands secondary and down to the 33-yard line before Radishek finally gets him off his feet.
Change their movement, Mike. They got to find a solution here. Cohen, Mike, slow to get off the field. Seth Cohen having to go both ways, Mike, is tough.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's not the way you'd want it. And
timeout, the officials are calling a timeout, Mike.
And you look at the situation, we have Cohen's on the sidelines, and he's gasping for air over there. maybe a water break.
Well, actually, they're
Highlands
charged
taking
the
it.
Highlands, yeah.
That'll be their second timeout here this first half. 3:45 left in it. They have to stop them here.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. This is a critical point in the game, and this defense needs to make a stand and maybe cause a turnover, which is really the difference in the game right now. It had been even otherwise. Well, with football season in full swing, you've probably been putting off that much-needed work around the house, have you?
I got a lot of work.
Why not let the pros at Beanie Home Renovations install a new kitchen, bathroom, game room, or addition to make your home a winner? With over 100 years of combined experience, owner Brian Nee and his team of professionals at Beanie Home Renovations guarantee that your job will be completed on time, exactly the way you want it, and in plenty of time to have that championship celebration. See what they did there?
I got you.
Customer service is their top priority. Give Brian a call today at 724-351-3172 for a free estimate, or visit their Facebook page, Beanie Home Renovations, where the bee is always busy.
Give a shout out, Mike, to John Shane. His dad, he's the dad of Riley Shane. Remember Riley? Mm-hmm. Riley's now a paratrooper, Mike. Going to go second tour to Afghanistan soon. Thank you for your service. His dad's been in my house working on plumbing all week for me.
Those hot water tanks are nasty, aren't they? There's a toss to Golly. Tries to split to the left. Gets out there. Oh, what a great defensive play by Seth Cohen to work off the block and bring Golly down, or he might have been on his way.
I thought Seth was going to have to come out, Mike. He looked like he was...
Maybe that's why they called timeout, so he didn't have to.
That's a good idea.
6:05 in a play, be 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Blackhawks started this drive at their own 26, and they moved it pretty swiftly down the field.
Getting back to Beanie, I always tell young couples, when you get a new house, buy a nice bottle of wine. When you get everything the way you want it, open it, because the next day something's going to break.
It's pretty much true. 2nd and 5. Crabbing motion.
Here we go.
A little counter action to Watson Trent.
You got outside, Mike.
And he splits through. 20, 15, 10. Radishak can't bring him down. And Watson Trent scampers 28 yards for a Blackhawk touchdown.
That's a backbreaker, Mike. Had him caught in the backfield. Slipped out of that first tackle. Had the angle of the end zone on Radishak. And Trent.
And the Rams continue to just have all kind of trouble stopping the run.
Yep, 28 yards.
2:56 left of the first half.
You can't stay untouched, Mike, because we touched him. Just didn't bring him down. If it's touch football, he's in the backfield dropped.
Ethan Barawa on for the extra point. Chance Liptak the holder. High snap, gets it down. Rams almost get through there as Coleman came in, but the kick is missed.
Yep.
So Coleman bothered him.
It looked like
he obviously bothered him enough to keep that kick from heading through the uprights. So at 2:56 left of the first half, Blackhawk leads at 20-7, and this is going to be a big part of this game, Dean. Just about 3 minutes to go. The Rams get the ball now, and they'll get it to start the second half. They have to score.
Blackhawk comes in tonight, Mike, averaging 35 a game. They're on their way to that right now. They only give up 10. Golden Rams, we're scoring 28 a game. That's good news. Bad news is we're giving up 45 a game, Mike. Gotta stop that.
And Blackhawk has already rushed for 116 yards in the first half. Highlands giving up, as we talked about earlier, 265 yards on the average on the ground. Gave up over 500 total last week. But again, that sequence, with about 10 minutes left in the first half when the Rams were driving and Johnny Christ had it down to the 20, he fumbled it. Campana brought it all the way back to the Highlands 20. The penalty took it to the 10. They scored 2 plays later. That's the whole football game right now.
So far, yep. Momentum switched.
Barawa kicks it low, and Gillette picks it up at the 28. 30. Tries to shed a man. Oh, what we need for those tearaway jerseys.
Yeah.
Finally, Noah's thrown out of bounds rudely in front of Jordan Crawford, in front of the Highlands bench. Good tough return by Noah, and the Rams will have it 1st and 10 on their 35. With 2:46 to go and 1 timeout.
Looks like Blackhawk wants no part of our return team, Mike. They keep squibbing it.
Well, the Rams had some good returns, but a lot of those, well, Isaiah Coleman had a big one last week,
right,
and Booker had some too. First down Rams at the 35.
Mentioned at the top of the game, Gabe Booker in street clothes tonight, Mike, not playing.
Trouble for Cohen. Now he gets out of there. He's just going to lean forward. And and get as many as he can up to the 40. Boy, they treated him rudely. He was down on the ground, and he got a forearm to the back after he was already down.
Slow to get up, Mike.
Second down, long 5. And Cohen's taking a beating.
No doubt about it, Mike. He came off. Mike Rizzo was working on him.
Second down, now whistles blow. The play clock ran out.
70 yards in penalties, Mike. I'll tell you the first half. What's our problem?
I don't know.
They're not calling anything. Play clock didn't start.
I see.
Well, that's the good news there.
Good.
Just 5 yards.
Let's try again.
And what the play clock's turned off, Mike.
Okay.
No idea why.
So we wait. Second and a long 5.
What are they waiting for?
Oh no, I think he's winding it down to 0 just to get it off.
Why did they want it off?
Can't answer that.
All right, here we go.
Functioning referees mics would help.
Yes.
It worked once last week. How many penalties did that guy call?
1.
It worked one time. Give the Rams a little bit of a blow. Cohen is back. Now he has to get out of there. Now he fires it late over the middle, and you know what that means. It's picked off by James Damo, and he brings it back to the Highlands 49. Late over the middle, across your body, can be trouble, and that time it was.
Sure was. Rydell made the tackle, but not until they get it back to midfield, Mike.
And this one's in danger of spiraling out of control. 1:48 to go.
And they still have 1:48 to go and all their timeouts, Mike. Highlands defense has to stop here, Mike. This is not a matter of if they want to, they have.
No. A turnover. They've only forced one all season. This is the big fella. It's Vince Griteri, number 32. He's a sophomore. Timmons was in there to bring him down.
Along with
Down
Johnny
to the
Price.
6-yard pickup.
Well, Mike, they have a grind game. 1:27 to go. They're going to have to put it in the air eventually. Or maybe not. Now they're going to take a time.
Now they are. Well, I was going to say they let time run off. We're down to 1:20 left of the first half. And the Rams trailing at 20-7. Another missed extra point could help. That happened last week too, but Keystone Oaks ended up making a 2-pointer to get it back later on in the game.
Well, Mike, the man check story continues at Ringgold. Remember they had TJ last week?
Yeah, it got worse.
Yeah, it did. 62-0. And to make things worse, his former Aliquippa team wins 55-0. So things are not going good for Mike. I don't think they scored a point.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when LeBron left Cleveland for the first time, and their owner, Mr. Gilbert, said that we're going to win a championship before LeBron ever does. Well, the Cavs stunk, and LeBron went to Miami and won immediately. So lost the first year, won the second year. But yeah, so something similar. Straight T, something out of Chuck Wagner back there now. Straight T. Run it to Golly off the left side. Golly runs by a man and gets out of bounds with a first down at the Highlands 37.
So they accomplished two things. Mike got the first down and got the ball out of bounds.
They are making no pretense right now. They are playing some 1950s football.
Why not? They went to the full tee that time, and you would think they wouldn't have enough time to get the ball in the end zone.
Oh, sure they do.
Getting it out of bounds there helped.
The first 2 weeks of this season, Highlands has allowed 8.1 yards per play.
Wow.
So there's plenty of time. Crabbing motion, Griteri. Play action. Liptak is back. He throws it. It's caught by Gratteri. Out of the back foot fumble.
Oh,
it's loose. And it comes right to a Blackhawk player. Timmons tried to get over there, but I think it was Vince Gratteri. No, it was 13. Dylan Hildebrand that came up with the football. Goodness gracious.
That would have been big, Mike. And another penalty marker.
So we'll see what the flag is. The ball's at the 35. The pickup was only a couple, so let's see. Holding against Blackhawk. Well, thank them very much. So wipe it all out. We don't have to worry about the mess that was going to be scoring that. That's the first Blackhawk penalty in a while. Puts him up to 55. We're catching back up. At the 47. 2nd and 20 for the Cougars. 56 seconds to go. They don't appear to be in all that much of a hurry, Mike.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, Hildebrand did not get off the field, and there it is. As they called the timeout, they figured might as well do it because they're running out of time. So it'll still be 2nd and 20. Want to tell the folks about Joe and Joe?
Sure. Joe and Joe and his son Joseph Lucchino proudly present Lucchino Insurance Financial Group. Serving the AKA Valley for decades, Lucchinos are a broad-based financial advisory firm with a wide range of opportunities for both you and your business. The healthcare industry is ever-changing, so it's vital you understand your options. Sit down with Lucchinos today and review your plan with an independent agent who has only your best interest in mind. Remember, Joe and Joe always know. Like this Medicare thing's driving me crazy. Went in, laid the papers down. I'd rather go to a dentist and then get my tonsils taken out at the same time than sit through what I thought was coming. But within 1 hour, Joe figured out, sent me out the door with peace of mind. They're located at 2318 Freeport Road next to Donut Connection, or call today at 724-224-8908 or 724-905-7583. Why wait? Lucchinos will help you out today.
Liptak is back. Here comes the Czar's Army, and it's incomplete. He tried to get the screen to Kenny Gawley, but it was into and out of his hands.
Pressure that time by Gillette.
It'll be 2nd and 20. Liptak now 1 for 5, 17 yards, but they haven't needed it.
No. Hope that missed extra point comes back to haunt him. Don't forget, we get the ball to start the second half here. Correct. For the Golden Rams. Blackhawk won the toss
and took the football.
Yep.
Rams stopped them. Had a 7-0 lead. They've led the last 2 weeks. Now they got to run Noah Imler all the way to the far side of the field and put him in the slot. Trips left this time. Liptak is back.
Going to throw.
As all day. Going to throw it deep down the near sideline. Almost picked off by Cohen, who had the angle on it. The pass was misdirected toward his receiver down there, and Cohen had the best chance. It's 3rd down.
Referee had a clear view of Danny Timmons being held, but I'm thinking
really?
He's thinking we threw enough for a while. Let's hold.
No, I think that he probably didn't see the gold gloves on the yellow shirts.
These are our home uniforms. These are our dark meaning not white.
I think those numbers pop, and that's all I ask for.
We came in, I saw Blackhawk in the white. I said, this could be problems, but nope.
It's not even clear. No, it's fine. Big 3rd and 20.
Got to stop him here, Mike.
And they gave us to Butcher.
Nothing doing that time.
Well, the Rams should call time if they have one left.
Roman, Nelson, and Timmons on the stop.
Or, on the other hand, maybe Dom just wants to let it run out. The gain was 1.
We get it to start the second half.
4th and 19. And again, play clock's not functioning, so I don't know how much time, if there is any. I think they just may be able to let this get out of here. 10 seconds. The clock is winding down. And we come to the end of the first half at the home opener at Golden Ram Stadium with your score. Blackhawk 20, Highlands 7. Dean and I back with stats right after this.